After many music review channels making their trash-ass lists for what they consider to be the best of the best and what defined the year of 2021, I'm finally here with my list, which is objectively the best list out of all the best of year-end lists. My name is K9 Senses, and after all this time, I present to you, real hip-hop fans, the top 10 best rap and hip-hop albums of 2021. You know the drill. Follow my social media as well as my SoundCloud. My new song Exact Opposites is out. Feel free to listen to it. Don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. That out of the way, let's get started. So the first honorable mention is Crisis with The Hour of Crisis. Now shout out to one of my subscribers, Marianne, for recommending me this album on Twitter. She's a real hip-hop fan such as myself with great taste such as myself. But yeah, Crisis is dope. He managed to assemble an all-star list of guest features from De La Soul to Problem, The Evidence to Busta Rhymes and Pharoah Monch to Ciroc and Rhapsody, who are on the same track, which was fucking crazy. Aside from that, the production is clean as fuck. Some of the best beats of the year are on this project, especially the Disrespect. Love the absolute hell out of that track. It pains me to not put this in my top 10 because I love this album, but this along with the other 14 albums on this list have been honored with the 10 out of 10 score with a masterpiece stamp of approval from the one with the best taste. Next honorable mention is Apathy with Where the River Meets the Sea. Apathy is one of the most technical and lyrically gifted Caucasian rappers on the planet, and this album shows. Again, it pains me to not put this in my top 10 because this album is perfect from start to finish. The introspection on songs like Jonathan Livingston Seagull and Remember the Night, where he pays a tribute to his father who passed away, and was very endearing. Songs like Underwater with Annoyed and Chris Webby were some of my favorite tracks of the year. And the production once again was clean as fuck. This man is a treasure, so big shout out to Apathy. Next honorable mention is Westside Gunn with Hitler Wears Hermes 8 Side B. Now Side A is still an amazing album, but there were at least a few things that kept it from being a masterpiece. This album on the other hand is phenomenal, practically a flawless record with production being clean as usual. Every guest feature brought their A game, even 2 Chainz, and lyrically, sonically, and conceptually, this album deserves to be in the honorable mentions category. Next honorable mention is Ka with A Martyr's Reward. This album, like Ka's other albums, is amazing due to its laid-back instrumentation and philosophical album concepts. Lyrically, nothing has changed. Ka likes to keep things low-key, short, and sweet. Is this album better than Honor Killed the Samurai? No. Is it better than Descendants of Cain, which came out the year before? No. But this is still a 10 out of 10 masterpiece album, and I will fight every casual to the bitter end on why this album is fire. The fifth and final honorable mention is Boldy James and Alchemist with Bo Jackson. Again, this is simply a masterpiece, no question about it. What I really enjoy from this album is the god tier production from Alchemist, as he has insane chemistry with rappers that bless his beats, no pun intended. But yeah, everything about this is fire, with guest features delivering honorable and memorable verses, Boldy James doing his thing, creating banger after banger after banger. And that is why this is one of my favorite rap and hip-hop albums of 2021. Now let's get right into the top 10, starting with Kambada, Loaded Lux, and Black Magic with Manifest Destiny at the number 10 spot on this list. Now it's no surprise that Kambada would end up being on the best of year-end lists once again, because ever since his first album in 2016, DMT, Definitive Metagod Trilogy, he's made at least one appearance on these lists, and for good reason. Kambada seeks perfection. Kambada seeks unorthodox talent. Kambada seeks a blissful equilibrium of lyricism and content in music. That's how he manages to be on the best albums list every single time. Rappers should take notes from this guy, because I guarantee they will get better at their craft. But yeah, Kambada does not miss a step, and it shows. Let's talk about Loaded Lux, who is known for his prowess as a battle rapper. He and Kambada work wonders on the god tier production from Black Magic, and songs like Beautiful give off that amazing touch. Not to mention that Ciroc is on that song. Ah, yes, queen. Anyway, this album is fire. It may only be 8 tracks, but holy shit, do they all feel so good to listen to from start to finish. Number 9, Grip with I Died For This. Listen, if there's one universally agreed upon take when it comes to Eminem, he picked a Shady Records label mate that can actually rap. And holy shit, he can't just rap. He can spit and hold his own on a track with Eminem, which is one of the main reasons why Walk Through is one of the best rap and hip hop songs of 2021. More songs like the title track, At What Cost, and Patterns showcase his superb technicality and rapping ability. But you also get songs like Enemy, where Grip showcases his ability to sing and harmonize, and he just sounds angelic as hell.
You set yourself on fire for a lonely view. That's why the enemy is you.
This is just an incredible amount of versatility, and it clearly shows that he deserves to get more recognition outside of the underground rap scene. But please, for the love of God, don't let him fall victim of the Shady Records curse. Please, M. This guy is a fucking gem. At number 8, I have Gift of Gab with Finding Inspiration Somehow. First, I just want to offer my condolences to one of the most technically gifted rappers of all time. Gift of Gab passed away on June 18th, 2021 at age 49 before the release of this album. So may he rest in peace. Now, what to say about this album? It's beautiful. Simply beautiful. In fact, this album has become more sentimental after finding out that this man passed away. So I have to acknowledge this album for simply that reason. Not only that, but the instrumentation on some songs here is angelic, and Gift of Gab's rhyme schemes are elite and his cadences are top notch, almost giving me R.A. the Rugged Man vibes. But yeah, with all that being said, let's all have a moment of silence for the legendary rapper Gift of Gab. Thank you very much for your consideration. Moving on. At number 7, we have Saigon with Peace, Pain, Prosperity. Now, when it comes to everyone's top 10 list for the best albums of the year, this is probably the most slept on album of the year. Like, this album is a masterpiece, and Saigon along with the production crew offer an insane amount of versatility, ranging from boom bap, soulful production to trap bangers. Probably the most headbanging and amazing beats comes from the song We Don't Need You, and it's one of the best beats I've heard in the last 2 years, with the dramatic choir in the background and the hard-hitting bass and drums coupled with amazing pianos. The song itself is just amazing because it's just become an anthem for people like myself, gatekeeping after having so many fake-ass people fuck us over. We don't need those motherfuckers. Anyway, multiple songs on here are very introspective, like the song Deeper, which has an amazing OT to Real feature. And speaking of the features, everyone not only contributed, but they made their presence heard with their unforgettable moments. You had Cool G Rap, you had OT, as I said before, and you also had Cassidy on the song The Co-op Cypher, which is the best track to close the album on. But yeah, man, Saigon, shout out to you, homie. You have placed yourself in the number 7 spot on this list. At the number 6 spot, I have Jedi Mind Tricks with The Funeral and the Raven. So, remember when I said this in an earlier video? Their most recent album called The Funeral and the Raven, which was not a masterpiece, but it was still a great album nevertheless. Well, those are my thoughts after listening to the album only once, but I listened to it a second time, and I realized that this album is flawless, which is an important reason to consider why you should listen to an album from more than once. But yeah, in this album, Vinny Paz is the star of the show once again, rapping his ass off while at the same time not sacrificing the content at hand. The song The Great Derangement is about climate change and how it could really affect the population as well as the entire climate of the earth, and I love it. And songs like Don't Get the Blood on My Gucci and Secondhand Smoke still provide that kind of enjoyment prowess that the underground rap and hip hop scene had been craving forever. And the beats, oh my god, the beats have never been better. Every beat on here fits so well with Vinny Paz, and yeah, as well as the guest features. So yeah, this album is straight up slept on. Fucking listen to it again and again until it hits your soul. Number 5, Lloyd Banks with The Course of the Inevitable. When talking about legendary MCs, we're talking about rappers who deserve to be on this list like Lloyd Banks for putting in the work, especially since the last time he dropped an album was 2010, so you know that he had to deliver on this project, and he did, and holy shit did he deliver. Not only is the lyricism on point as per usual with Lloyd Banks, but bro, the flows on here are masterfully crafted, and his vocal delivery on here is gruff and gravelly, which matches the tone of the instrumentation on these beats. And in terms of the guest features, they all brought their A game. Benny the Butcher and Formaldehyde, which needs no explanation on why that's so dope. Freddie Gibbs did his thing on Empathy, Rock Marciano on Early Exit, Styles P on Food, and many more that brought the attention to the one with the best taste. And Ransom might have the best verse on the album, displaying an incredible showcasing of multisyllabic rhyming and cadences that sound smooth off the tongue. And speaking of Ransom, at number 4, we have Ransom and Rome Streets with Coup de Grace. This album is fucking fire. Rome Streets and Ransom really bring out the best in each other in terms of their dexterity and sheer rapping ability. Even if there isn't an ideal concept for this album, the incredible amount of talent on here is just remarkable, and the production is just orgasm worthy. And speaking of Ransom, at number 3, we have Ransom and Big LTD Ghost with Heavy is the Head. Ransom might have just earned the lyrical MVP of the year, even if he didn't have objectively the best rap and hip-hop album of 2021. He has released 2 masterpiece albums which made the top 5, and spoiler alert, he is not the only rapper on this list to do that. As for number 2, we have Vinnie Paz with Burn Everything That Bears Your Name, and yes, I did say his name correctly this time, thank you. The Slayers Club with M.O.P., and Vinnie Paz. Now, when talking about this album, no one seems to give a fuck about Vinnie Paz, let alone Jedi Mind Tricks as a whole anymore. But this man right here has been one of the pioneers of underground hip-hop for years, as well as bringing Philadelphia to the light in terms of the underground hip-hop scene. But what can I say about this album? The production, just like on the Jedi Mind Tricks album this year, is phenomenal. The guest features are phenomenally placed, and in terms of Vinnie Paz as an MC, he has not missed a step. In fact, I would argue that he has gotten better. His voice has aged like wine, with a bit of grit and aggressiveness added to his voice, making you feel like he is really going all in with his energetic presence. But anyway, aside from that, Vinnie Paz, Vin Laden, Official Pistol Gang, Firing Squad, Philly in the building, and that's what's up. Shout out Vinnie Paz. And finally, the number 1 best rap and hip-hop album of 2021 is, of course, 13 and Pharoahe Monch with A Magnificent Day for an Exorcism. God damn, I love this album. Holy fucking shit, this album is nothing short of a masterpiece. Every song on here has a shit ton of replay value for their own reasons. Cult 45 is not only an amazing concept, but stuff like that makes you think. The Magician is just nothing but a headbanging masterpiece with instrumentation that is worthy of more than a few orgasms. Goat's Head is just a song that you can vibe to even without paying attention to the lyrics. Fight with Be Real from Cypress Hill really gives me that Grindhouse Quentin Tarantino feel. And songs like Kill 'Em Again and Amnesia really showcase that Pharoahe Monch can fucking sing. Listen to this shit.
Even when I'm lost, I hear the sweetness of your charm. I'd never let go again if I could hold you in my arms. Oh.
Also, I just have to point out that the guitar solo towards the end of the song is so fucking good. But yeah, the production is also clean as fuck, with 13 really going ham on the rock instrumentation, which is a really good mix for rapping vocals, especially for Pharoahe Monch. If they're done correctly, then this album can really exceed everyone's expectations in terms of like a rock/rap hybrid. But yeah, that's gonna do it. In terms of who the lyrical MVP is for the year, it's a 3-way tie between Ransom, Vinnie Paz, and Pharoahe Monch. But finally, 2021 is over! Fuck yeah! But yeah, from here on out, we're gonna go straight into 2022. And yeah, sorry I've been fucking late. A lot of fucking things got in my way. But yeah, we're finally going all in on 2022, and from here on out, it's gonna be nothing but grind mode, motherfuckers. The one with the best taste, the higher level thinker and the king of rap and hip hop, is finally going to tackle some albums in 2022 and some topics that might involve a lot of rappers in general. But yeah, that's going to be it.